Good morning, YouTube. I'm doing the second experiment with the nano removal bucket. And some of you put criticisms in the comments saying that the particles that were floating in the vinegar were just dried skin and not nanoparticles removed from the body through the magnetic field. So we have a bucket here wrapped with copper wire. We have the wire leads going to a power supply, which is a laptop power cord and power supply, which, let me see, I think it's, what do we got coming through here? 19.5 volts at 4.62 amps. And this is a transformer from AC current to DC. So we're going to have DC current going through here. To get your criticisms out of the way, I took my leg and I washed it for 2 minutes with a washcloth and scrubbed my leg. So there shouldn't be any dry skin flaking off because I've removed it all. So I'm going to do 30 minutes. This is the vinegar we're using. We're using 4 Monks distilled white vinegar. And we have 3 gallons of it in this bucket. This is a 5-gallon bucket from Home Depot. And we're going to do 30 minutes. So every 10 minutes, I'm going to come back and we're going to see what the progress is. And then I'll give you a final description of the process. All right, I'm going to get started. Okay, we're at the 10-minute mark. And there are some bubbles. You can see there's some bubbles in there. But there are also some reflective material. These things right here, you can see all this reflective material. Very small particles. And I'm going to collect some of this when we're done. And these are bubbles, as you can see. I'm going to zoom in. These, whoops, where are you? Come on, give me the light again. There we go. Those are bubbles. But the other particles, these are bubbles too. That's a big bubble. That's a hair. But these other, I'm trying to focus because there we go. These particles, let me see if I can get the light to. Having a hard time with this to get it to. There we go. These particles are not skin. They're not bubbles. They're not hair. They're very minute and they're reflective. They're very reflective. I mean, you can't tell by the camera, but these look like they're silver. All right. So I'm at the 10-minute mark. I'm going to go to the 20-minute mark, refilm, and then go to the 30-minute mark. And then we're going to collect some of this, and then I'll do a separate video with what it is under a microscope. All right, I'll be back. Okay, we're at the 20-minute mark, and there's more debris in here, as you can see. Reflective, very tiny particles, reflective. Like I said before I did this, these are bubbles again. Those big masses are bubbles. I don't know if that's a bubble though. I don't know what that is right there. Let me zoom in on that. That looks like a Morgellons type thing. That's got color to it. Very interesting. Some things they're moving around. As you can see, I don't know what those are. Some other things moving around. But that I'm going to try and zoom in even closer on that. Well, that is definitely not skin. That is some kind of structure right there. That's a bubble. Okay, that's a bubble. But this, I wish it would focus. Let's see if we can get better contrast on it by me moving the light around. Let me come from a different angle. Okay, that is definitely something interesting that I would like to capture and put that under a microscope. Everything else, this won't focus. This, I have it at very high magnification right now. But these are all, like I said, shiny aluminum colored. Let me see if I can change the light around. Aluminum colored flakes. That's probably another bubble or group of bubbles. Here's another strange object. That is definitely an interesting looking thing right there. That's a big bubble. That's my foot. Let's go back out over here and see if we can find that thing again. There it is. No, that's a bubble. I hope I can. There it is. There it is. That is definitely strange looking. All right, I'm going to come back at 30 minutes, and then we're going to finish the experiment, and I'm going to see if I can collect these things. Okay, this is the 30-minute mark, and this is in the same area that other object was. I'm trying to see if I can get this to focus better, but we have a graphene worm right there that's moving on its own. I'm trying to see if I can get it to focus somehow on it. Right there. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get the light coming in from this way. It's not my hair. I know you can see my foot down there, but this is up at the top. So my foot is about a foot and a half below the top of the fluid. We have this other object there. I think that you can see that better that way. There. Now let me put some more. No. This way. The light this way. I'm not moving. It wants to focus on my foot. Okay, let's see if I can get this stuff to focus again. Come on. Well, it just does not seem to want to. Let me zoom out. Let me zoom out and see if we can get it to focus on the top of the. So this is all on the top. There we go. That's a hair. You could see that. That's a floating hair right there. Okay, right there. There's that object. There's that Morgellons type looking thing right there, and I can't find the other thing because it keeps wanting to focus on my foot. We don't want it to focus on my foot. We want it to focus on the surface of the liquid. Okay, we're going to try and collect that object, or that group of filaments. Let me zoom out even more. Let's see what we can see. I'm sorry about this. It's just hit and miss trying to get this thing to focus. I can't manually focus it. There we go. All right, there's that filament. There's the other object. I think I'm zoomed out way too far for us to see the thing that was moving around, the little black graphene worm-like structure that was actually moving on its own. I don't think we'll be able to see it. That's just a hair right there in the middle of the screen. So we're going to try and collect that and collect these other things and a few of these particles. That's a bubble. That's another bubble, group of bubbles, not just singular bubbles. All right. So that's it. I think this shows that this process is not pulling dry skin off of me, because those objects are not dry skin. Those objects are something else. So the magnetic field in the vinegar that this is creating is obviously doing something to pull these objects out of your skin and off of your skin and bring them up on the top of the suspension, on the top of the vinegar. All right? God bless.